Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumen and today we're having a look at Ascend, Reborn. This is an old school third-person action RPG. You wage war as a brutal Chaos warrior, as you can see on your screens right now, on your journey to Ascension. The reign of the Titans has come to an end. The new gods have risen to claim the ultimate power and need a champion. Will you rise up to the challenge? So yeah, there you go. You make this brutish looking warrior your own by customizing it. We're going to jump in right now to see how that's done. This seems to be a action RPG slash soulslike type game. You can read more about it below. You can do a deep dive and discover all there is to discover by following the links. And as always, you can also use the timestamps to jump between the different parts of this video. With that said, however, let us jump in. First things first. When you do make your character, they give you 50,000 souls that you can use to spend on various different items here. You can get more souls by spending real money, and I think you can also get more in the game by playing it, and you can use that to sort of customize or pimp out your character even more. That's the way it works, basically. On top of that, you do not get to make a female character of any sort. This is what you're going to be playing with right here. And there's quite a lot that you can do. So, hey, let's jump in. First things first, the head. You get to choose your face. There are various disgusting looking faces here. Some less attractive. And some actually just hideous. some of them like borderline scary looking. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on here. And yeah, they didn't shy away from the brutal look and nature of your Chaos warrior here. There's just like an endless amount. And you can see that the more crazy looking ones, well, they are far more expensive. Like this one that looks sort of like Iron Man, 250,000 souls. I only have 50k, so like I can't pick that up right at the start here. There's always free options. As an example, these top 3 are free. You can jump in and pick one of those without like really spending anything. So we'll just take this one for the purposes of the video and we'll move on. Skin color. There is an interesting assortment of free colors. And then when you move on down to the paid colors, well, things get a little bit more spicy. So these are more normal. But then when you get to like the brighter colors and the ones that are a little more out there, yeah, well, you start paying. You can Hulk up your character with green. That's probably the Hulk green, that, right? Can do purples, blues, pinks. I'm not sure what makes... That might be the Hulk green. I was going to say, I'm not sure what makes this green more expensive than the other one, but I guess it's mostly the brightness. You can go like a bright purpley pink here, a bright blue. Or you can go like the pitch black for 100,000. Can't afford that. We're going to pick one of the free colors. Let's just take this one. And we'll move on to the hair. Now, the one thing I'll say about the hair is I have not seen a way to change the hair color. I don't know where that's going to come in. I don't know how to do that. But there aren't that many hairstyles anyway. And my assumption is that you're going to be covering your hair up sort of right at the start. That's why they cost like at most 2,000. So it doesn't really matter, you know. It doesn't really matter. Beard. Same thing as the hair, where I'm not really sure where you change the color. But, hey, there it is. There are a bunch of choices here. Some decent beards. They look alright. And again, they're also not that expensive. Alright, so, quick interruption. Hair colors are back. The game has been updated since I recorded the video, and you can now change the color of your hair. So, disregard what I said before. Here's the hair color section. Let's have a peek. There are some decent colors here, and for the most part, they'll give you everything you want. Much like the skin colors, and I want to say basically everything else in this character creator, there's a lot of free stuff, but when you get a little lower down, it starts costing. When you get to the more extreme variations, the brighter colors, let's say the cooler colors, because you'll see the most expensive one is actually just a black, then you're going to start paying. I mean, this is 100,000 for the black. But hey, I think that they are impactful enough They are cool enough, and if you combine them with the skin color, the different hair and beard styles and all the rest, you could probably make something pretty fantastical. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of the video. After you do that, after you customize the body, it's time for armor. Now, this stuff actually matters. Sort of like you'd see in a Souls-like game, these all have different statistics, they do different things. I'm not covering that here. Not so much. You can sort of look at what they have by just peeking at the little numbers that pop up here. But for the most part, I'm looking at the cosmetic options. We're looking at what they look like. And that's about it. You can see on the side here the stats, how they change. So there's some leather mail, black iron, crafted chain. And these look great, by the way. Some of them are cheap. Some of them are more expensive. But they all look like really cool. This one's free over here. This one's free. And this one's free. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Nice selection. And this is just the starting point, right? So we'll take the leather harness. That's free. Then we'll jump on to the next part. It's the helmet. These ones give Skyrim vibes. This actually looks like sort of Black Pantherish, right? I don't know. Then there are obviously, as I mentioned, with the others, some free ones you can pick from here. Let's take the belt helmet. There you go. Gauntlets. Same as before. They do offer stats, various stats. They can obviously be combined with the armor suits and the helmets and everything else to set up like a visual style for your character, or to go for a certain, you know, armor type, like more armor, less armor, I guess more mobility, less mobility. I'm not exactly sure how all of that works. Let's take these ones. They're nice and bulky. Boots. Same thing. Where some of them cost more, some of them cost less. I like how big and bulky they are. They look fantastic. There you go. It's cool. We'll take the light chain boots. I want to point out now, as I'm picking the boots up here, in case you hadn't noticed, your character is rather large. These are people surrounding you and worshipping you. I was actually waiting to see if anyone would notice it without me mentioning it, because at first I thought, what are these? Are these like worms wriggling around on the ground below my character? No, those are actual people. We are massive. That's the way this this character works. So, weapons. There's a forged dread mace. That looks kind of badass. There's a elder sword, a skull smasher, flayer, iron sword, steel glaive, and then some free ones, which are the hatchet, the sword, and the cudgel. Let's take the sword. If you're going to spend money anywhere, I feel like you should spend money on the weapon. Get a nice weapon. And that brings us right here to the end. You get to name your warrior. If you want to name it something fun or funny or whatever, you can do that. And then you are done. There's a bunch of interesting options. You are obviously being funneled into a very specific experience with this. A very specific style of character. I mean, yeah, you're a Chaos warrior, man. Look, you are the size of 10 humans stacked on top of each other. This is what they're doing with the game. This is the visual style. This is the atmosphere. This is how they're setting you up. This is the experience they're promising. So, yeah, I understand that there's no female customization. I understand that they went for a specific style with it, and I like it. I think it works. So, yeah, you want to check this out for yourself, you can. It's a free game. I'll put a link below, as I usually do. And I will just say that I was kind of impressed. It's kind of cool. Again, for a free game, it's nice that they offer a bunch of different options that you can pick from here. I didn't mention that some of them are more expensive. You guys saw it for yourselves. Obviously, those would either need a lot of playing or you'd need to spend money, because you can, as I mentioned, purchase souls. If I press spacebar, you'll see that you can buy them with real money. And it's fine. Again, giving people an entire game for free, that's good. That's good for business. You know, free is the best possible price, I'd say. So, yeah, if you guys have been playing this, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Ascend Reborn. I'd love to hear what you think. I'd also love to hear what you think about the characters, because you can do some interesting stuff here. Obviously, once again, you are being funneled into a specific style, but it makes sense for this game, so that's cool. Let me know below about the gameplay, about the characters, and about all the rest. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick look at the game's customization, I know there's much more available in the game. So, yeah, if you want to jump in for yourself and check that out, feel free. With all of that done, I'm going to say, hey, thanks for watching. Check back here soon for more. Give this one a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. I have been Lurm, and I'm done. Happy that.